What's poppin', y'all? It's not very often we get A-list celebrity on A-list celebrity violence, but that's exactly what we got the other day. And it was kicked off with Timothée Chalamet. Wow, this guy's been on the longest promotional run. Salute to him. I mess with Timothée Chalamet heavy.
And I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or, things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though no one cares about this anymore. All respect to the ballet and opera people out there. I just lost 14 cents in viewership, but damn, I just took shots for no reason.
That's not a shot. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. So
here he is with Matthew McConaughey, and I think he just had a moment where he thinks he's talking to one of his boys, and he's like, oh, damn, man, I'm on the internet. I already see where this is going to go. But yeah, he's just showing, thankful gratitude for his profession, which frankly, I do think that his profession, if you're not A-list, you're going to suffer. Your income is going to suffer in the future the way the entertainment industry is going. But I'm not going to get into that because that's like industry stuff that you guys don't care about. You guys care about the BS. So we're going to get into the BS. Some people felt a type of way about this. The person that tweeted this said, oh, I did not hear this. This sucks, even though this guy's being honest about it. And Doja Cat, the other A-list celebrity, she decides to chime in on this.
Hey, by the way, opera is 400 years old. Ballet is 500 years old. Somebody named Timothée Chalamet had the nerve, big guy, by the way, had the nerve to say on camera that nobody cares about it. I'm sure you could walk into an opera theater right now, seats will be filled out, and nobody's saying a word as the performance is going because everybody has that much respect for it. There is an etiquette around opera. There is etiquette around ballet. It's amazing. It's an amazing theater medium. It's beautiful. And people go there every day to the dance studio. Dancers show up 8 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever. They show up and they break and they bleed every single day just because they have respect for it. They love it. They love what they do. It doesn't matter if the industry is having a tough time at any time, which a lot of industries have a tough time. Your industry has a tough time. My industry has a tough time. Doesn't mean people don't care about it. People care. The dancers care. The singers care. The audience cares. There's still an audience. People give a f***. You show up in a nice outfit, you sit the f*** down and shut the f*** up. That's the usual etiquette around those things. Maybe learn something from that.
So listening to this, you're probably like, damn, Doja Cat, like you had to come for his head top like that. Like we thought she messed with the white boys, especially like the swaggy white boys, right? Or the young bulls call that aura now, especially with the swagged out kid. He's cool. But yeah, she was on his head top for this. And you would probably think, damn, like did Doja Cat do ballet or opera or something before? Like was she involved in that? Well. No, that's not the case. She was not involved in that. And what's funny enough is that someone that was actually involved in ballet for a long time got approached by TMZ. She's a singer, but she did ballet for a long time. This girl, Adela.
Timothée Chalamet recently said that no one cares about ballet or opera.
I think people are like maybe blowing it out of proportion.
Oh, you've seen that?
I've seen it, but it's just like, I don't think he meant it like that. Like, I think it's fine.
Like, I think it's just like, everybody goes to the movies and not everybody goes to like the ballet and opera and stuff.
I mean, he's not wrong. It is kind of a dying art form. It's sad. I mean, if anything, he just highlighted that. I think people are very upset, but it's like, as a ballerina, like, it kind of is. People should be going to the ballet more. Honestly, maybe this is good publicity.
It's so funny how these two are these two are the perfect embodiment of internet response versus normal human being response, or just a hateful ball of energy response versus normal human being. Because there's this girl, she's like, I don't think he meant it like that. That seems like a big deal. Like just somebody giving a totally normal human response. And then you had Doja Cat going in on him. And what does Doja Cat do? Well, within 24 hours, she decides to walk it back.
I am going to come out and just say that I know nothing about opera. I know nothing about ballet as far as like the years that I spent in my adolescence doing ballet, but in no way, shape, or form am I like a real professional dancer. I understand and can relate to dancers in a way, but I'm not in that industry, so I don't know what it's like. I've never been to a ballet. I've never seen an opera. And I took it upon myself yesterday to kind of give it to the man, because there is like a culture based around like outrage and things like that. And people want to feel like they're part of something. It's like a need to connect, whether good or bad. And what happened yesterday is I watched this TikTok of this guy who is well-versed, clearly in opera, theater, and things like that. He like fires off a million facts about it, and how what Timothy said was, it was poorly put, but he was being candid. And if anything, he knows a lot more than I do personally about these things. And this guy was like, as much as he said that poorly, it's kind of like, it's true. Like opera and ballet are a really old art form, and it is a dying industry. That guy seemed to know a lot more than I do, so I just agree with him. But what I was doing yesterday was virtue signaling, because I wanted to connect, and I knew that Timothy's goof up was something that I could leverage in order for people to connect with me and with me. And it's easy. It's like it's a modern way to garner clicks, likes, approval, and all kinds of things like that from people. And so I did that yesterday.
Now, I do think, and keep in mind, my right hand is raised, right hand to God. Doja Cat is elite. I think a couple of years ago, I had her as my favorite rapper of that year. I don't know if it was 2022. I know Planet Her dropped in 2021, but I don't know if I had her as my favorite rapper, male or female, that was dropping heaters. I think it might have been 2022 or 2023. But the real question is Timothy Chalamet as good at acting as Doja Cat is at making music? That's a sidebar question. Y'all let me know in the comments. I'm not really a movie head like that. I've only watched Dune and I fell asleep. And I think I need to rewatch it. It's one of those things that I really need to pay attention to. But I'm willing to bet Doja Cat's better just because, yeah, I'm biased. Doja Cat's elite at making music. But one thing I do like about what she did here is she just put a mirror in front of every irrational person on social media that replies and gets angry to things. And she's just like, yeah, if I wanted, I don't know why I was thinking that. And she even admits that she wasn't involved in opera or ballet whatsoever, knew nothing about it. And she says, I was watching some guy that did know about it, and he didn't react angrily, and he gave a good point about what Timothy Chalamet was talking about, what these people are struggling with. And I thought to myself, damn, I was angry. I don't know why I did that, but this is the reason. You're actually seeing self-awareness. You are seeing self-reflection in real time in this video by Doja Cat on TikTok. So shout out to Doja Cat for that. You know how difficult it is, and this is how you know she doesn't have a big ego. Because for somebody that's public to say something like this and to pile on Timothy Chalamet, because she knew that she would feel good because she's going with everyone else's opinion that's piling on him. But for her to pull back and say that I am wrong, that's a big ego hit that even if somebody did the self-reflection and realized, you know what, I was tripping for saying that, they're not going to walk it back. But here she walked it back. And it's not because she got backlash. It's because she looked internally and said, this is dark, gross energy that I'm putting out there, and I should not be doing that. And there were people grilling her about, she didn't apologize too. This is why I respect her too. She stood on it and said, I should have had a never mind about that. I shouldn't have said that. And some of these comments are saying, the label got you stuck, huh? I was like, what? And she says, no, nobody hit me up. I just felt like a fraud because I literally have never even been to an opera or a ballet, and I think my mistake gave me an opportunity to actually be authentic. Yeah, this is the most authentic thing I've seen by any internet figure, which Doja Cat's not just an internet figure. Well, she was originally an internet figure, and I don't know if she would feel more respected by being called an internet figure because she's an internet girl. But this is the most authentic and genuine thing I've seen all year so far. We're 3 months in. We're at the Ides of March. We're damn near there. And someone says, I mean, nothing you said in your video was bad though. And then she replies, I'm not saying it was. I'm saying I wasn't coming from a genuine place. This is fact. And well, nothing that he said was bad either. What is he supposed to, this is the thing. They have this expectation of Timothée Chalamet is just supposed to lie. Or they're like, yo, why aren't celebrities authentic? Well, when he's authentic and giving his honest opinion, they want him to shut up and hold it in internally. You didn't have to speak about the opera and the ballet. You could have just talked about how much you love acting. Okay, so you don't want him to be authentic. And then you say, well, why do all these celebrities sound the same? Well, that's why they sound the same. Or if you guys have ever seen that viral clip once upon a time when they showed like 150 different news stations and all of them are talking at the same pace, saying the same exact thing, and they even look this damn same. That's what you end up getting when you just want to appear kind of bland to people, because nobody's ever like, yo, you know, this news station, this news anchor, you know, I really like what they've got to say. No, nobody's ever said that. And someone says, I feel like part of this is because you do have so many people watching you. If any person who didn't have 27 million followers posted something, it wouldn't be a big deal. And she says, well, people wouldn't hear about it as much, but I'm glad I'm telling people I was being fake for love. Well, this is the important part. The reason why people that don't have 27 million followers are doing this is so that they can get the attention and the support that they believe Doja Cat has or anybody else that has a ton of followers. But they're not doing the self-reflection to hear that. And someone else says, I don't even know what happened, but I trust you not need for the apology. This is also a goofy person right here. This person learned nothing out of the entire thing. I didn't hear what happened, but because you said it, yes, you're right. He says, I literally Googled how old is ballet and opera and then spoke about it in the video as though I knew that already when I really didn't. LOL. I literally just wanted a hug. This is so real by Doja Cat. This is why I don't take y'all Doja Cat disrespect for real. So what else happens after this? Well, the opera, Australia, they reply to this. So we already had somebody that did ballet, which was that artist. So she did ballet and she succeeded in music. So she's also a dancer, but mainly her music career, that Adele girl. And then now we have Opera Australia, the CEO of it, says, Timothée Chalamet, Opera Australia wants to thank you. In a recent interview, he suggested that opera and ballet are art forms people are trying to keep alive even though nobody cares. In a single sentence, he managed to do what our marketing team spends weeks trying to achieve, getting the world talking about opera. That's all you have to say. Because the people that are hating on this, it's the same thing with the WNBA. When they're like, oh man, WNBA players don't get paid. You see hundreds and thousands of comments of people talking about, yeah, man, they need to get paid more. Yeah, man, they need to get paid more. And then just ask all these people, oh, when was the last game that you went to? Crickets. Crickets. You ask all these people, ballet, opera. Oh yeah, he shouldn't have said that. Well, when was the last ballet show you went to? When was the last opera show you went to? Crickets. So they just expect those industries, well, they expect WNBA players to get paid more because they want somebody else to, subsidize them? They just want it. They need a hug. That's like what Doja Cat says. These people just needed a hug. Now, I'm not going to hug their hateful selves. I mean, you might get hate on me. Like, I just hate for the pureness of the game. I don't need a hug. Like, the hate fuels me. So that's a whole different story in and of itself. So everybody ends up winning in this situation. The internet people are trying to make some sort of a conspiracy theory. Some people, they're like, oh, nah, Doja Cat had to walk this back. She didn't walk this back. This is the most authentic response you could have ever had. You don't even have apology videos that sound like this. So, and she did not have to do this. That's the thing, too. So people should really watch this video and think to themselves, when have I ever had the impulse and when have I ever done it? Because we've all done this at least once. You just reply. Well, I don't really comment or reply to anything, but you feel it internally. You feel this emotional spike and you want to say something or you want to feel something negative towards what somebody said. Next time you feel that, you should probably say, wait, hold on. Why am I even feeling this way? And the truth is, you're probably feeling that way because somebody rage baited you on the internet intentionally. Some people are just miserable, but I think the normal people are getting rage baited. And this chick that replied on TMZ, she did not allow herself to get rage baited, probably because she really enjoys her life and is happy and satisfied with herself. And Doja Cat did get rage baited and eventually, within 24 hours, was able to self-reflect and come forward publicly. So shout out to Doja Cat for that, for teaching a valuable lesson. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm gonna see you on the next one.